Hi, welcome to English Composition. I'm Michael Chang, and I'm here with Cher Chen today.
各位同学，大家好，欢迎来到英文作文课程，我是 Cher。
All right, today we are working on Unit 16, and our topic is writing an invitation.
好，各位同学，我们今天要讲的是单元第16哦。今天的主题呢是要教大家如何写一封邀请的信函。
Okay, so Cher, has there ever been any kind of show or event that you were really interested in going to?
Sure. Sometimes there's a movie that I really want to see, and last year I went to a hypnosis show.
A hypnosis show?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
It was really fun. That was my first time to see a real hypnosis show. And it was a pity that I didn't volunteer to be hypnotized.
Yeah, that's a pity. It probably would have been really fun.
Yeah, I believe so.
And so did you invite any of your friends to go with you?
Yes, I went with my boyfriend, and I also invited my classmate and her boyfriend too. 各位同学，我们刚刚在跟老师讨论的哦，老师问我说有没有去任何的这个表演或者是任何的这些活动是我很感兴趣的。那我常常会去看一些电影啊，或者是像是去年我有个很特别的经验哦，是去看了一场催眠秀。那这次催眠秀中，就是我觉得非常遗憾，就是说我并没有真正的去主动去被催眠哦。那如果我相信我如果真的被催眠的话，会很有趣哦。
All right, so seeing a hypnosis show sounds really fun. So today we are all going to go and visit one.
好，那既然这个催眠秀听起来这么有趣哦，我们今天呢会让各位同学看一段关于催眠的影带。
All right, so now let's watch a video of a hypnosis show that you might want to invite your friends to go see. And then after that, we are going to study two letters.
好，我们现在来看一段呢非常有趣的这个催眠秀的表演的影片哦。你看完之后可能会感到很有兴趣，甚至会想邀请你的朋友一同前往哦。
And so one of the letters is an example of an invitation that you can write, and the other letter is a reply to the invitation.
好，那我们接下来还会看到2封的范例的信件，其中一封呢是这个邀请函哦，那另外一封只是针对邀请函的回复。
All right, so now let's watch the video now.
好，我们现在来看一下这段影片。
Veronica, you won't believe the show that I saw last night.
Really? What did you see?
A hypnosis show.
Wow, that's really interesting.
I knew you liked hypnosis, so I picked up this flyer for you.
Brian David Phillips, Waking Dreams Comedy Hypnosis Show. How did you like it?
It was great. The show was really fun. That Brian David Phillips guy really knows his stuff. He's a real wizard.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Brian David Phillips, and I'll be your hypnotist today. We're going to play a little bit with some people's minds, but first let me explain a couple things. Hypnosis is not sleep. It looks like you're sleeping, but you're not. You're actually hyper-aware. You can hear everything. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Jody.
Jody. Are you ready to be hypnotized?
Yeah.
Okay then. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Stacy.
Are you ready to be hypnotized?
Yes.
I want you to hold this right here. That's right. Now look here, and here's what I'd like you to imagine. And notice something interesting. Your hand is stuck. Your hand is stuck. The more you try to let go, the tighter it becomes. Try to let go, but it's stuck. Try to let go, but it's stuck. Really try. Are you trying? Try to get rid of it, but it's stuck. You cannot let go because it's stuck. The number 7 is gone. The number 7 is gone. How many fingers on this hand?
5.
How many fingers on this hand?
5.
5 and 5 is?
10.
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. The number 7 is back. The number 7 is back. You can count normally now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Please give her a hand. and the lights are getting even hotter, and you start to feel very uncomfortable. Do what you can to get cool, but you will keep your clothes on, but you're going to get nice and cool. Do what you can, but it's so hot in here, and it's getting hotter and hotter, and oh, it's burning up. It's like they turned on all the lights. So hot, so hot. Oh, it's okay. This applause is for you.
Actually, I'm pretty conscious about what I'm doing, but at the same time, I just can't control myself to follow the instruction that he has given me.
We should go see him.
This sounds really intriguing. When's the next show?
Sunday night.
I'll see if I can get some friends together. This sounds like a really fun evening. Thanks.
Sure.
Dear Betty, how have you been? It's been so long since we were able to get together. I've been so busy with my new job, and I'm taking classes at night too. But things are looking up. I've settled in at the new company and everything is under control now. And as far as school goes, I'm taking my last 2 classes, and the semester will be over in just a few more weeks. Then I can graduate. Anyways, I got a flyer from a friend about a hypnosis show, and he said the hypnotist is a real wizard, and the show was really fun. It sounds really intriguing. Are you free Sunday night? We could catch up over dinner, and then we could go see the hypnosis show. What do you think? All the best, Veronica.
Hi, Veronica. Great to hear from you. It's been too long. I'm glad to hear that things are working out with you at work and at school. I always knew that you could accomplish whatever you set out to do. I've been busy at work too, and my boss is a bear. I've had to go overseas twice in the last month. Sometimes I feel like I'm in over my head. Having dinner and seeing the show Sunday night sounds like a good plan. Will you contact the rest of the old gang to go too? It'd be nice to meet up with them too, and we could all go to the show together. So tell me more about the show. Who's the hypnotist? What kind of things will he do? Are we going to get hypnotized? Will we be close enough to see anything? Is this real? Talk to you later, Betty.
So you can see why Veronica wanted to write a letter to Betty to invite her to the show.
好，你从这段影片中呢，可以发现为什么 Veronica 会这么希望邀请 Betty 来参加这一场这个表演了。
All right, we're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we will study these 2 letters that we just saw.
好，我们现在先休息一下，待会儿回来我们再来仔细的看一下这2封信。
The writing model has 2 letters that are examples of casual letters between friends. In the first letter, Veronica's purpose is to invite Betty to come see her and meet for dinner and then go see a show.
好，我们在这个写作范例中呢，我们看到这2封信件哦，是一封属于朋友之间往来的一封比较一般的一个私人信件。那在第1封信里面呢，哦，是写作的这个人是这 Veronica 哦，他写这封信去邀请他的朋友 Betty 来一起共进晚餐，然后去看这场表演。
All right, let's take a look at the first letter now.
好，我们现在先来看看第1封信。
You can see that the letter starts with a standard salutation, Dear Betty. Notice that Veronica uses a comma after Betty's name, indicating that this is a personal letter.
好，我们可以先看到最一开始的地方哦，这是用一个最标准的招呼语作为开头。他说的是“亲爱的 Betty”。那请注意到说，在这个地方 ，Veronica 使用了逗号哦，在 Betty 的名字后面使用逗号哦，这是代表说这是一封私人的信件。
Right, then next, Veronica begins the letter with a simple informal greeting by writing, "How have you been?"
好，接下来 Veronica 使用一个比较简单的哦，非正式的一个招呼方式哦，她写到说，最近过得好吗
Right, and then Veronica prepares to introduce the topic of the letter by stating, "It's been so long since we were able to get together."
好，那接下来呢 ，Veronica 开始为这封信的主题做一个这个开场那她这就写到说，距离我们上次见面已经过了好长一段时间了。
Right, then after this, Veronica explains what has made her so busy recently by writing this passage.
好，那接下来呢，这个 Veronica 就开始解释说，她为什么最近这么样的忙碌她接下来在这个段落中就描述了这原因
She says, "I've been so busy with my new job, and I'm taking classes at night too."
好，她写到说，我一直忙于我的新的工作，同时晚上还要上课。
But you can see that Veronica keeps the tone of her letter positive by writing, "But things are looking up.
好，
I've settled in at the new company and everything is under control now."
好，你会发现呢 ，Veronica 她的在信中的语调呢，都是比较正面的她写到说，但是这状况越来越好，我在新公司已经安定下来，每件事都上手。
And then Veronica also provides some details of what she's been doing by writing. And as far as school goes, I'm taking my last 2 classes, and the semester will be over in just a few more weeks. Then I can graduate.
好，那接下来呢 ，Veronica 也写到这个关于她在提供一些细节关于她所做的事情的细节。那她写到呢关于学校的部分，我正在修最后的2堂课，再过几个礼拜，这学期也即将结束，那我也可以毕业了。
Right, then the next letter we can see is the word anyways. Anyways is a common transition that's used in informal situations to show that you want to change the topic.
好，在信件的接下来的地方，你可以看到它使用了一个字叫做 anyways 这个字呢是一个常见的转折语通常会用在一个比较不正式的一个状况非正式的情况下面，用来表示你希望要转换你的话题。
And so after writing anyways, Veronica now wants to get back to the main purpose of writing the letter, which is to invite Betty to a show.
好，那接下来呢，在这个 anyway 之后Veronica 她就回到了她原本的写这封信的原本的这个原因这就是说要邀请 Betty 来参加这场表演。
And so she writes, "I got a flyer from a friend about a hypnosis show, and he said the hypnotist is a real wizard, and the show was really fun."
好，那他就这个接下来 Veronica 就写到说，我从朋友那边拿到一张关于催眠秀的传单。我朋友说，这位催眠师像是一位真正的巫师一样，而且催眠秀真的非常有趣。
And so you can see that Veronica here is softening Betty up, or she's working to make her more interested and receptive to going to the show by explaining how a friend of hers has seen the show and recommends it.
好，你在这个地方呢，会发现 Veronica 试图要说服 Betty 那希望能够让她对这个表演感到更有兴趣，然后接受她这个邀请那她是借由解释说她的朋友呢是怎么样向她推荐这个表演的那把这些话传达给 Betty。
Right. The next line of the letter says, "It sounds really intriguing."
好，下一行他写到说，这个听起来非常吸引人
And so here, Veronica is stating her own interest in going to see the show.
好，那在这个句子里面呢，Veronica 她就把她自己的这个对于这个表演的兴趣表现出来了。
And now she's going to begin her invitation to get together for dinner and to see the hypnosis show.
好，那接下来呢，她开始要把她这个邀请的意图说出来包括要邀请 Betty 去吃晚餐，以及来看这场催眠表演。
And so she writes, "Are you free Sunday night? We could catch up over dinner, and then we could go see the hypnosis show. What do you think?"
好，那她在信中就写到，你星期日晚上有空吗？我可以在晚餐的时候碰头，然后我们再一起去看催眠秀，你觉得怎么样呢？
All right, and at the end it says, "All the best, Veronica." And here Veronica is finishing the letter with a closing and then her name.
好，那在信件的最后呢，你可以看到它这边一个署名再加上一个问候语。那我们知道它是在这个信件最后用结语的方式来结束这封信件。
Right, now let's go on and take a look at the reply that Betty wrote back to Veronica.
好，我们接下来来看看这个 Betty 回复给 Veronica 的信件是怎么样的。
It begins, "Hi, Veronica," and so you can see that Betty's letter begins with a casual salutation.
好，在信件的一开头呢，我们会看到他写说 Hi Veronica，这是一个非常的也不正式一个很 casual 的一个招呼语。
And the next line says, "Great to hear from you."
好，下一行他写到这是很高兴能够收到你的讯息。
And so you can see here, this is a very enthusiastic greeting.
好，你可以发现像这样子的一个问候语是一个充满热情的一个问候语。
All right, then after this, Betty writes, "It's been too long." And here Betty is mirroring Veronica's letter by confirming that it's been too long since they've gotten together.
好，那下一个句子他写到，真的过了好长的一段时间了呢。那Betty 借由这个呼应Veronica 信件里面讲到忙碌的事情借由呼应这个主题来表示说这个他们真的很久没有见面了。
Right. Then Betty is going to continue to mirror Veronica's letter by commenting on what has made Veronica so busy by writing, "I'm glad to hear that things are working out with you at work and at school."
好，那接下来呢Betty 她继续的在呼应 Veronica 信件中提到说她很忙碌的事情那她就这个针对 Veronica 提出来的事情下了一些给了一些意见她提到说我很高兴听到你说你在工作上及课业上都很顺利。
Then Betty adds a very supportive and complimentary comment by saying, "I always knew that you could accomplish whatever you set out to do."
好，那接下来 Betty 还加上了一些表达支持及赞美的一些意见她写到说我一直都相信你可以把你决定要做的事情做好。
All right, next Betty shows a sense of solidarity or camaraderie by writing how she has also been busy at work.
好，那接下来呢 Betty 借由描写她工作也是怎么样的忙碌来表现出她像同袍一样的团结。
So she writes, "I've been busy at work too, and my boss is a bear. I've had to go overseas twice in the last month. Sometimes I feel like I'm in over my head."
好，在这地方 Betty 写到说我一直忙于工作，而且我的上司像一只熊一样，我上个月还得出国2次，有时候我真的觉得已经超过负荷。
Betty then accepts Veronica's invitation and she writes, "Having dinner and seeing the show Sunday sounds like a good plan."
好，那接下来 Betty 就接受了 Veronica 提出的邀请她写到说共进晚餐然后去看表演听起来是个好主意。
But you can see that Betty also makes a suggestion to invite some more of their friends to the show, and she writes, "Will you contact the rest of the old gang to go too? I'd like to meet up with them too, and we could all go to the show together."
那接下来 Betty 也提出了一些意见她希望能够邀请其他的朋友一起去看这个表演。于是她在信中写到呢，你会邀请咱们那群旧识一起去吗？我会很高兴和他们见面的，一起去看表演。
Right, and then Betty finishes the content of her letter by asking a number of questions about the show.
好，那接下来 Betty 借由问一些提出一些关于这表演的问题来结束这封信。
And so she writes, "So tell me more about the show. Who's the hypnotist? What kind of things will he do? Are we going to get hypnotized? Will we be close enough to see anything? Is this real?"
所以请多告诉我一些关于表演的事情吧。谁是这位催眠师呢？他会做哪些事情呢？我们会被催眠吗？我们坐的位置会够靠近到让我们能够看得清楚吗？催眠是真的吗？
Right, then the letter ends with a very casual closing and the writer's name. It says, "Talk to you later, Betty."
好，那在信件的最后面，你可以发现它是用一个非常随性的这个结尾语那再加上这个作者签上他的名字作为结束。
Now, from these two letters, you can see that when you're writing a letter with a friend, you can first comment on some things in the letter, and then you can add some of your own personal experiences that are similar to what your friend started writing about.
好，我们从这2封信中呢，我们会发现当你和朋友做这个书信上的往来的时候呢，你可以先针对朋友信件上提到的事情做出一些讨论，那也可以接着写一些发生在你身上相似的事情。
Now, if you want to change the topic, you can change the topic after you finish commenting about what your friend wrote about in the original letter.
好，那如果你想要转换这个话题的话你可以在讨论完前述的话题之后呢，再提出新的主题。
After that, make sure that you answer the questions that your friend wrote to you, and then you can add some of your own questions and the answers.
好，那当然你要先确定你回答了朋友提出来的问题，接着呢，你也可以加入一些自己的问题。
All right, we are going to take a short break now, and when we come back, we'll have some more English composition.
好，我们现在先休息一下，我们待会回来，我们再继续往下看。
Welcome back. We can see that Betty had a lot of questions, and so we're going to try to answer some of those questions now by writing a letter back to Betty.
好，各位同学，从刚刚那个 Betty 写的信中呢，我们会发现她提出了相当多的问题哦。那我们接下来呢，借由回答 Betty 提出来的问题的方式哦，我们来回一封信给 Betty。
All right, so now here are the questions that Betty asks.
好，接下来呢，这些是Betty 提出来的问题。
Will you contact the rest of the old gang to go too?
好，他第一个问题是你会邀请我们的旧识一起前往吗？
Who is the hypnotist?
谁是这位催眠师呢？
What kind of things will he do?
他会做哪些事情啊？
Are we going to get hypnotized?
我们会被催眠吗？
Will we be close enough to see anything?
我们坐的位置会够靠近到让我们能看得清楚吗？
Is this real?
催眠是真的吗？
Now, let's write the letter back to Betty.
好，接下来呢，我们来回复这个信件给 Betty。
Right. First, we'll start with our salutation, which is Dear Betty.
好，首先呢，一样哦，我们在信件的一开始都用这个称呼语作为开头，我们说亲爱的 Betty。
Second, let's react to the fact that Betty accepted our invitation.
好，接下来呢，我们来针对 Betty 接受我们邀请的这件事做出回应。
So we write, It's great that you can come to the show.
好，那这地方就写说，你能来参加这个表演真是太好了。
All right, next, we're going to react to Betty's first question about inviting the rest of the old gang.
好，接下来呢，我们来回应 Betty 提出的第一个问题啊，关于邀请朋友来参加的这个问题哦。
And so we write, Getting together with the rest of the old gang is a great idea. I'll call Sherry and Tiffany. Can you call Jackie and Thomas?
好，那这里就写到呢，和咱们这群老朋友见面真是个好主意。我会打电话给 Sherry 跟 Tiffany， 你可以打给 Jackie 跟 Thomas 吗？
All right, now, after this, let's answer some questions about the hypnosis show.
好，接下来呢，我们来针对关于这个催眠秀的部分来做出回答。
So we will start with a transition and then provide some facts about the show.
好，首先呢，我们先用一个转折语作为开头哦。那接下来我们会提供一些关于这个表演的一些这个相关的事情。
And so our transition is about the hypnosis show.
好，那这个地方的转折语是这一句哦，关于催眠秀呢。
And it says, The hypnotist is Brian David Phillips. I heard that he is really experienced and he teaches hypnosis classes in addition to doing shows.
好，那这地方写到哦，催眠师是 Brian David Phillips。我听说他的经验非常丰富，而且除了表演之外呢，他还在课堂上教授催眠的技巧。
All right, now let's answer some questions about what he will do during the show.
好，那接下来我们来回答这位催眠师在表演的时候会做些什么。
And so first, let's take a look at a little clip and remember some of the things that Brian David Phillips would do during the show.
好，我们现在呢再来回想一下哦，刚刚看过的这个影片。那我们来看看这 Brian Phillips 的他可以做出什么样的事情。
Your name? Gone. The more you try to say your name, you'll say, What's your name? Your name is Is that your name?
No.
Do you know my name?
Brian.
Brian, that's right. I'm Dr. Brian David Phillips. And do you know her name?
Jody.
Jody, sounds right. And do you know your name? What's your name? It's getting colder and colder and colder. It's just getting cold in here. Do what you can to get warm. Get close to the person next to you. It's so cold. Get their body heat. It's so cold. Oh, icicles everywhere. It's snowing inside. It's so cold. Get closer to that person. It's just so cold. Go, cold, cold, cold.
All right, so after we saw that little clip, this is what we're going to write. His show is supposed to be very funny, and he can make people forget their names or forget numbers and feel really hot or really cold.
好，那我们刚刚看过这段短片之后呢，我们就可以做出这样的回答。我们可以说呢，他的表演应该会非常有趣，而且他可以让人忘记他们的名字以及如何去算数，或是感觉到很热或是很冷。
All right, and next what we're going to do is answer some questions about audience participation.
好，接下来呢，我们来回答关于这个观众是否要参与表演的这件问题哦。
Right, and this is what we can write. We can volunteer to get hypnotized if we want to, but we don't have to. The club is small, so we should be able to get close to the action.
好，那这个我们的回答是像这样子的。如果我们想的话呢，也可以自愿上台被催眠。表演的场地很小，所以我们应该可以离表演台很近。
Right, now the last question is about whether this experience is real or not. So we're going to ask Jody how she felt.
好，那我们接下来呢要讲到的是关于这个催眠表演到底是真的还是假的呢？那关于这个问题，我们必须要来看一下这个被催眠者 Jody 他有什么样的感想。
Actually, I'm pretty conscious about what I'm doing, but at the same time, I just can't control myself to follow the instruction that he has given me. And I think this is a very fun experience. Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
好，那刚刚 Jody 他想说呢，他觉得他的意志其实非常清醒，但是他很清楚他在做什么，但是他却没有办法抗拒这催眠师给他的这些指令哦。那他觉得这是一个很有趣的经验。
Right, and so this is what we're going to write. I heard this is completely real. The people on the stage are awake and they know what is going on, but they can't control how they feel.
好，所以根据 Jody 的回答呢，我们可以做出这样子的回复哦。我们说呢，我听说这个表演是完全真实的，在台上的这些人都是非常清醒的，而且他们都很清楚发生了什么事情，但是他们却没有办法控制他们自己。
Right, now let's close the letter and we write this. We are going to have a great time. See you Sunday, Veronica.
好，那在信件的最后呢，我们用写出这样子的结尾语哦。那他写说呢，我们在星期天一定会有很有趣，一定会有这个很愉快的一段时光啊。那我们星期天再见 ，Veronica.
All right, so you can see here that this is the reply that we wrote back to Betty from Veronica, and in this letter we answered all her questions.
好，那我们可以看到呢，这封信件哦，就是针对 Betty 提出来的问题，我们所做的回复。那像这样的信件呢，我们就可以这个回信，这个由 Veronica 回信给 Betty。
Right, now if you want to see the complete letter that was written back to Betty answering her questions, you can take a look at the wiki and we will have it there.
好，那如果各位同学对这封信件完整的版本有兴趣的话呢，请到我们的 Wikispace 这个网站上面这个可以看到完整的这个版本。
Now for your homework, please review the material in the unit. Make sure you do the grammar exercises and the writing analysis exercise, and then also do the writing activities.
好，那关于这个礼拜的作业的部分呢，请同学确定要再重新看过这课本的内容，然后做课本上的文法练习以及写作分析。那当然也要请各位同学记得要做写作的练习。
All right, thanks for joining us this week for English composition. We'll see you again next week.
谢谢各位同学今天的参与，我们下周再见。